unos tíos les van los tíos, a otros las tías, a otros las dos cosas y no estoy seguro de lo que me va.
El matrimonio es difícil a veces. Al menos por ti nunca me tengo que preocupar.
We've been waiting a long time for Love, Victor in Spain, and it's finally coming. How was the reception in the US? What was the feedback, the reactions you got from people in all this time?
Yeah, honestly, the feedback and like everything has been amazing in the US. I've gotten so many amazing, kind messages from people that felt very touched by the series, and I'm honestly just so honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's been amazing. The initial reaction was just like this. There was just we just got this like wave of messages from people, just like watching the show, and especially like amongst LGBT youth. Like that, I think people were just like felt like they could connect to this story, and it was really like an honor, to be a part of a show that has that effect.
So, Michael, how does the show connect to Love, Simon, and how does it depart from it? I mean, in what ways is it different from the movie?
So I think it definitely has a very similar vibe as far as like it has like that very light, like it has those very light moments where it adds levity to the show, but it also offers a completely different perspective of, from a person of color, like from somebody that's a different economic background as Simon, and I think that's a very like unique perspective to add to it. Also, it throws into the mix religion, which is also a very important topic that needs to be discussed, and I think it's honestly a really good conversation starter.
So, can you tell me a little bit about Victor and Benji's relationship without giving away too much? How would you describe their chemistry, your chemistry?
Well, my chemistry with George as a person is phenomenal. I love George. I'm always hanging out with George. But besides that, I think Victor and Benji do share a very, I would say, like magnetic chemistry in it, and I think that they are so like connected in many ways beyond just a physical one. And I think it's super.
I think like every kind of good couple, they have a lot to learn from each other, and you get to kind of see that journey,
So I know this happened a long time ago, and I'm sorry, guys, if you've been getting this question a lot, but how did you guys react to the news that the show was moving to Hulu, from Disney Plus because of its mature content? Do you think Victor's story is too mature for kids?
I actually wouldn't say that it's too mature for kids. I think it was probably just, it found a better home with Hulu in that we were able to just kind of discuss, like just kind of have things as they are. I still think that a kid can watch the show and completely understand what's going on, and it's not too much. And I think that I honestly encourage parents to watch this with their kids and kind of like extrapolate upon what is actually happening in the show and kind of explain it to them. And I think that's probably the only reason why why it was moved to Hulu, is so that parents can watch this with their kids and kind of explain what's happening, because I feel like this show without context is probably very confusing.
No, I think that's great. That's a great message. In relation to that, showrunner Brian Tannen said that now that the show is on Hulu and now in Star as well, season 2 is going to tell sexier stories. What does that mean for your characters, for the show? What's in store for us in season 2?
I think
blushing a little bit.
Yeah, you got us going there. No, I think like every relationship, there's some developments there, and there's scenes where it gets a little more sort of steamier, and I think that's part of the story. Why not? Why not? Like, we're telling this story, let's go for it, let's do it. So I'm all for it. Yeah.
I think we have the opportunity to tell the story as authentically as it possibly could be, and I think that it's very truthful to life. Like, if this ultimately, sex happens in normal life, it does. you know, and I think that it's a huge part of life, and I think it's definitely something that should be discussed, and it's never really depicted ever in film and television, like especially from the LGBT perspective. So I think it's a very good opportunity for, you know, everyone to kind of just like see, and I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting stuff.
Chicos que se besan con chicos.
Este no es el mundo en el que crecimos.
Los 16 serán la edad en la que por fin averigüe lo que quiero.